Welcome to Quiz Nation. I'm Jenny. Let's play.
20 American Idioms. Quiz. If someone is up my alley, what does it mean? They are physically in my space. It is something that I am interested in or good at. It is a place I frequently visit. It is something that I am interested in or good at. What does ants in your pants mean? Having an insect problem. Can't sit still because of excitement or nervousness. Wearing uncomfortable clothing. Can't sit still because of excitement or nervousness. When someone is wet behind the ears, what are they? Inexperienced or not very skilled. Recently bathed. Upset or crying. Inexperienced or not very skilled. What does a dime a dozen refer to? A special sale at a store. Something that's very common and not much of value. A collection of coins. Something that's very common and not much of value. If you go Dutch on a date, what do you do? Visit the Netherlands. Wear traditional Dutch clothing. Each person pays for their own expenses. Each person pays for their own expenses. What does jump on the bandwagon mean? To start playing music. To do something because everyone else is doing it. To hop onto a moving vehicle. To do something because everyone else is doing it. If someone is armed to the teeth, what does it mean? They are holding many weapons. They have dental braces. They are smiling broadly. They are holding many weapons. What does know the score mean? To be aware of the current sports results. To understand the situation fully. To be a musician. To understand the situation fully. If you make the cut, what happens? You have been selected or included. You have injured yourself with a sharp object. You have reduced expenses. You have been selected or included. What does hold the line mean in a conversation? To maintain a position in a queue. To stay on the telephone waiting. To physically restrain someone. To stay on the telephone waiting. If someone is a party pooper, what are they doing? Celebrating expressly. Cleaning up after a party. Putting a stop to the fun. Putting a stop to the fun. What does pass the buck mean? To give money to someone. To blame someone else for something. To hand over responsibilities. To blame someone else for something. If you put a pin in a topic, what do? Stop discussing it now, with plans to return to it later. Decide if it is the most important issue. Literally attach a pin to a piece of paper. Stop discussing it now with plans to return to it later. What does toe the line mean? To stay within acceptable boundaries or limits. To stand in a straight line. To wear open-toed shoes. To stay within acceptable boundaries or limits. What does straight from the horse's mouth mean? Information obtained directly from the most knowledgeable source. A story about horses. A lie or tall tale. Information obtained directly from the most knowledgeable source. If you wish to be a fly on the wall, what do you want? To witness what is going on without being noticed. To be ignored. To learn about insects. To witness what is going on without being noticed. What does zebras don't change their stripes mean? Zebras are consistent in their patterns. Don't expect anyone to change who they are. A situation is unlikely to change. Don't expect anyone to change who they are. If you are behind the 8 ball, what situation are you in? Playing pool. In a difficult or unfavorable position. Late for an appointment. In a difficult or unfavorable position. What does call the shots mean? To work as a photographer. To make the decisions. To shout loudly. To make the decisions. If somebody takes a cheap shot, what are they doing? Buying inexpensive drinks. Taking advantage of someone in a vulnerable position. Taking a quick photograph. Taking advantage of someone in a vulnerable position.
Great job! Like, share, and subscribe.